For 30 years and then some, we watched as a nation crumbled. We began to forget, to lose hope, that a tyrant could be humbled. He ruled with an iron fist. Gripped with fear, we became paralyzed. With entertainment and sports, they kept us mesmerized. It would get better soon, they said, as they ignored the people's cries. Day after miserable day, we waited patiently. Things will turn around, they said. You just wait and see. But once the hole was dug, they just kept digging more, until the filth was everywhere, raw and exposed like an open sore. And then one day, we heard it. The thud was loud and clear. It was the sound of rock bottom, loud enough for all to hear. But with that noise came another, the sound of conquering our fears. It started with a march, but in fact it was so much more. A square became a symbol of freedom, of justice, of hope. With oppression, we were at war. The world was watching Egypt. They did not march alone. Across the world we gathered to support this remarkable show. And then one day it happened. The announcement was short and sweet. You could feel the exhilaration in your bones. Celebrations broke out in the streets. Egypt was respectable once again, and the world rose to its feet. As I watched the news that day, my heart spinning with delight, I thought of all the work ahead, of this massive, looming plight. And in that very instant, I felt torn in two, elated and anxious all at once. This victory was overdue. Now, 1 year later, here we stand, remembering this remarkable transformation. In a few short weeks, Egypt rose from the clutches of tyranny to the working hands of the nation. But our work is far from over. In fact, it's just begun. Over 30 years of corruption will take time to be undone. There are some that still linger, cooking corruption in their big old pots, for there are those who stand to gain by scheming up treacherous plots. The question is, will we be patient with the deliberate process of change? Or will we lose hope, turning on each other because matters are not nicely arranged? It was unity that made us who we were 1 year ago in Tahrir. It was unity that made us strong, that helped us overcome our fear. So let us stand united. Let us stay our course. Hand in hand with all our efforts, we'll direct this vital force. We owe it to the fallen, to their family and friends, to take the baton and run with it until the very end. Thank you.
Thank you, Sumaiyya. So had me